Hi, my name's Claire Lowe. You've probably seen one of my videos in relation to saving the St Helens Hospital and mental health facility in Hobart, Tasmania, which also has a mother-baby unit. Today we've heard that the government is starting a mother-baby unit in the new part of the hospital. This will have a 3-bed service for public patients, and also they are stating that mothers and babies who are in time of mental health distress can access the Royal Hobart Hospital and use the paediatric ward. Upon further investigation, I have found that the government is doing this because there is a human right that every mother and child receive specialised access. However, mental health is one of the leading illnesses in the world. There is a pandemic, just like COVID-19. The United Nations is aware of the impact of mental health, and it has key values which I admire and are also key values of mine: fairness, dignity, equality and respect. The Australian Rights Commission also has a list of things and different articles, and Article 25 relates to the human rights of mothers and young children, and they're entitled to special care and assistance. There is also a clause in there relating to psychological effects of human rights violation and the right to equality. This is the most violated human right. Psychological effects such as post-traumatic stress, depression, anxiety and other psychotic conditions. These are effects if human rights are violated. Part of our human rights, we also have the freedom from discrimination because of a disability. Now, disability is a very inclusive word. It's just not physical disabilities. It's also disabilities that we can't see. Mental health, post-traumatic stress, and other non-visible disabilities are also included in this definition. This means that anyone who is struggling from mental health, which is a disability under the definition, has a right to freedom from discrimination. Just because we have mental health, we also have rights. And our rights are not being heard and not being acted upon. This is a violation of our human rights. We also have protection from torture and cruel, inhumane or degrading treatment. From my lived experience, when I had to go to the Royal Hobart Hospital after overdosing last year, I was subjected to inhumane treatment, cruel, psychological torture. I came out of that place more traumatised than when I went in. That is not fair, and that is a breach and a violation of human rights. I'm sure I'm not the only person with a story about the psychiatric ward at the Royal Hobart Hospital. Our rights are very important, and each and every person deserves a right to life. That means that any person who is suffering, not just from physical disabilities, but mental health disabilities, you have a right, and I am prepared to speak up. This also has a right of social inclusion, so that we don't get left out. Now, this social inclusion, means that people cannot be discriminated against for their gender, their sex, their age, being Indigenous, First Nations, LGBTQI+, and people with disabilities. This is part of social inclusion under the Human Rights, which was signed in 1948. I urge all of you to please make a noise. You deserve the right to life. You have that right under the Human Rights, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Please stand up so that we can stand together in an inclusive community to help each other and make the government and other businesses and hospitals accountable